In this video, you will learn what are the important components of every successful project, what is the most vital factors for a successful project. Organizations conduct projects when some component of the job must be changed. When a project alters the way an organization does business, the end products of the project are absorbed into everyday work and thereby improve the organization's work in perpetuity. It may appear simple, however it's not. Change is hard and initiatives can easily go off track. Every day presents new obstacles that jeopardize the progress and ultimate success of a project. Certain critical elements are required for programs to address that threat. A project has a good chance of success if the following components are in place. A committed sponsor of the project. The sponsor of the project is the top-level individual in the organization who owns the project. A dedicated project sponsor wants the project to be successful and will go to any length to guarantee that success occurs. A project sponsor is responsible for four major aspects of the project. First, the project is championed by the sponsor. He or she publicly and privately supports the project team. Second, the project manager is supported by the sponsor. Whenever a project manager requires assistance in removing impediments, he or she turns to the sponsor since the sponsor possesses the organizational influence to make things happen. Third, the sponsor allocates resources by either supplying them directly or collaborating with other high-level individuals to obtain them. The sponsor's peers are more inclined to provide considerable resources if the sponsor is a powerful proponent of a project. Fourth, the sponsor makes decision-making easier. Whenever the project team becomes bogged down, the project sponsor can either mediate or make the decision. The sponsor is kept up to date through the project manager's frequent communication. The two collaborate to decide when the sponsor should step in and exercise the sponsor's obligations more firmly to support the project manager. A project manager, for example, may have difficulty acquiring information from the organization's financial department. The project sponsor might discuss the matter with the chief financial officer and request that the task of obtaining the information can be prioritized over competing responsibilities. Specific goals and scope. Before any project work can begin, let alone be planned, a project sponsor should describe the initiative's goals and scope. The project's aims are the key things, for example, a software enhancement project. Payroll is managed by human resources using well-known configurable business software. The organization wants to include a learning management module. The project's objectives are to tailor the learning management system to the needs of the organization and to link it with the current payroll system. The project's parameters are defined by the scope. Proceeding with this software project example, the scope of this project is confined to integrating the learning management system with the payroll system. Identifying items which are outside of scope can help you grasp what's in scope. Adding additional modules is not within the scope of this project. The accounting departments cannot request billing, accounts receivable, or accounts payable modules from the project manager. When a module is added after the project was already specified, scope creep occurs. Good project managers and project sponsors are wary of scope creep and therefore are hesitant to expand the scope in the middle of the project. Increasing the scope of the project necessitates more resources such as time and money. Working on expanded scope also jeopardizes work quality. A competent project manager. A project manager organizes resources and plans to complete a project. This person serves as a liaison between the project sponsor, who establishes the vision, and the project team, which carries it out. The project manager invites stakeholders to provide input as needed and in a timely manner. Project managers typically possess the following characteristics that aid the project progress. Project managers are generally planners. They consider the work sequence and understand what must occur once the team finishes the job at hand. They have strong plans, but they also understand when to be agile and deviate from them. Project managers can be relied on. Project managers want people to believe in their good intentions and ability because their success is dependent on the work of others. trust is especially vital in the project manager-project sponsor connection. Because the great bulk of their work includes communication, project managers are likely to be extroverted. They keep people responsible for keeping their promises. Here is an illustration. The supervisor of a project team member informed the project manager that the said team member can devote 4 hours per week to the project. This team member has skipped 2 consecutive weekly meetings and has made little progress on his work breakdown structure duties. The project manager spoke with the team member following the first meeting. He missed to discuss his absence and neglected deadlines. The team member states that he had more important priorities. The project manager thought this was not the case, so following the second meeting, he spoke to the team member's supervisor. The supervisor assured the project manager that she would ensure that the team member's behavior improved. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. On my website, projectmanageriq.com, you can get free templates for your project management needs as well as training based on my 544-page book, Project Management for Managers, Program and Project Portfolio Management in Banking. Please see the details below in the description. Active stakeholders. People with a personal interest in the success of a project but are not part of the project team are considered stakeholders. They don't really think about the project daily, as the project manager and team members do. However, they want to be kept up to date on crucial choices and overall progression toward the project's goals. Stakeholders have their own reasons for keeping up with project activities, but it's the project manager's role to draw them in ways that promote the project's goals. In many circumstances, this requires a precise balance between receiving too much and receiving too little feedback. Stakeholders cannot have a say in every decision. That would stymie the project and render every choice a battle. Stakeholders, on every other hand, cannot be excluded because satisfying stakeholders is an important element of practically every project. Committed project team members of the project team complete the project's work. Often, project team members are allocated to a project in addition to their regular responsibilities, which means that there is no decrease in other tasks to adjust for extra work under the project. Project managers can assist team members in negotiating this issue with their supervisors, but the project manager lacks control over the task that team members undertake outside of the project. The dedication of team members to the project is really valuable. Without commitment, deadlines are missed and work deliverables are of poor quality. Committed team members are driven to complete the project's objectives on time, under budget and to the highest quality standards. Being dynamic. Maintain flexibility after your plan is in place. Things can happen that cause the plan to vary slightly. However, if you can predict problems and are prepared to act once they occur, you will be more prepared to cope with them. Before you begin your project, consider any issues that may develop, how to avoid them, and if they do exist, how you might resolve them. In these cases, you must fulfill your job as a team leader and deal with these concerns confidently and calmly. Communication. You must guarantee that your staff communicates clearly with one another. Ensure that everyone understands the project's goals and how to maintain them. Any changes to the plans must be known by the team members, and they should be able to freely communicate any issues. Rather than long and sporadic meetings, short and frequent ones keep everyone up to date. This will allow you to detect any emerging issues more immediately. As a result, holding frequent meetings can help you maintain great enthusiasm and morale inside the team by making everyone feel that they are included and promoting a positive group dynamic. Make certain that you are conversating with one customer. Keep them informed of progress and any issues, and of course listen to their criticism. In this manner, you won't risk them getting dissatisfied with any actions you take. Maintaining focus. One of the primary responsibilities of a project manager is to ensure that your team is functioning well together, that they are on track, and that they adhere to the timeline. There are a number of project management software that can assist you in tracking the progress of your team. Online Kanban boards, as well as physical ones in the office, let you see your workflow and make better use of your time. Everyone on the team can inform their progress if they have access to the board, which speeds up status update sessions. Gantt charts work similarly, allowing you to view the tasks that have to be completed against the time it will take to complete them. Doing a project review to improve for upcoming projects. It is crucial that you reflect on your performance and learn from it when your project is over. It's critical to identify precisely what succeeded and failed. You need to constantly look for ways to get better if you want to ensure that your business keeps an advantage over any rivals. To assist you with this, encourage the team members and customers to provide feedback. Between projects, be abreast of company developments and any emerging project management theories. Project management is an ongoing process of analyzing, reviewing, and prioritizing in order to arrive at the right decision fast. The last piece of advice is to remain organized and focused during the entire process. Creating a powerful business case. Gaining senior sponsorship is another critical factor in project management success, and this will necessitate the creation of a compelling business case. Employing analysts may be advantageous, but even in firms without such role, business analysis coaching can be beneficial. It assists project managers in more properly defining business needs and ensuring that the team concentrates on performing the correct task in the right way. The importance of this is further supported by one PMI survey, which reveals that 70% of champions prioritize project management business skills as opposed to only 11% of underperformance. It is critical, however, that the business case extends beyond return on investment data and focuses on corporate strategy. Putting in the right resources. In addition to developing the necessary skills in developing and convincing project business case, effective project management is dependent on obtaining all the necessary resources. As the most fundamental level, this entails securing funding and ensuring that the team receives all of the essential equipment to finish the job. However, acquiring the necessary resources goes beyond this. Team members, for example, are a resource, therefore establishing the correct team is critical. Because time is a limited resource, it is critical to create a plan and set deadlines. Internally, this could entail the IT department supplying the necessary hardware, software, HR department hiring the necessary employees, or the facilities department supplying offices or other related assistance. Constant project management training. The constant provision of top-notch project management coaching is maybe the single most critical factor that leads to project management success. This enables project managers to acquire new abilities, learn new methods of working, and adjust to the most recent techniques and developing technical developments. There is a PMI Pulse of the Profession report that focuses on reaching success in turbulent times and divides its respondents into two broad categories. Those who completed 80% of the total projects on time and within budget, dubbed the champions, and those who completed less than 60% of their projects on time and within budget, dubbed underperformance. Surprisingly, 83% of firms gave continuing project management coaching to champions compared to 34% of underperformance. Among champions, 81% also had a systematic knowledge transfer mechanism, whereas only 16% of underperformers could say the same. Most vital factors for a successful project. Intelligent individuals. You need competent people on your team for a successful project. A project can go wrong at any time. To accomplish this, project employees and all project stakeholders must share their passion and dedication within the group. The team should have comparable project visions and strive towards success. If there is a shortfall in the team, project managers are in a big difficulty. Poor leadership and a joint team can drive a project into a tailspin. The project manager must allocate the appropriate task to the appropriate employees and make sure they will get along well. Through planning. Having a comprehensive plan in place from the beginning sets the stage for project success. The project team and stakeholders should constantly be aware of where the project is going from the start. Thorough planning can assist the team in meeting critical deadlines and remaining organized. Smart planning has numerous advantages. This first step of the project enables the generation of realistic time period. It provides a precise time frame for cost predictions to be made, as well as comprehensive documentation of project milestones, making things so much smoother as the project advances. Planning specifies the resources needed and serves as a warning mechanism. If there is a gap, the warning system would give you a clear picture of what to expect. Constant communication. An open line of communication is critical to the success of the project. When a team works on a tight deadline, it is critical that the team is kept up to date on all aspects of the project. Learn to say no as well. One should never make promises they cannot keep. As a project manager, stay honest about what you can do and when you can achieve it. Adequate risk management. It is a well-known reality that undertakings do not always go as planned. Some projects fail miserably as a result of hazards that occur over the course of the project. Organizations currently lose 190 million for each billion they spend on projects and programs according to PMI's Pulse of the Profession, the high cost of low performance. Make a risk diary and action plan to deal with any hazards that develop during the project. As a project manager, ensure that all stakeholders are aware of your risk register and where they could access it. Even if something goes wrong, your team will be able to handle the situation quickly since you have a plan in place. This provides the team confidence if confronted with risks and allow consumers to feel safe about progress of their project. Strong closure of the project. It is critical for a project to get a compelling conclusion. You should be firm as a project manager and concur with your client that all important success criteria have been met. Project completion, testing and release clearance must all be approved and signed off on. Along with the above-mentioned factors, firms have discovered that keeping certified project managers is a key driver of project success. According to PwC's Insights and Trends, current portfolio, program and project management practices, firms with qualified project managers outperforms in terms of quality, scope, budget, schedule and business benefits. Project management certifications such as Prince2, CAPM, PMP, MSP and P3O teach best practices of project management for successful project outcomes. Project management certificates can elevate a good project manager to the level of a great project manager. Click on the video on the card on the right to understand what's a successful project. What can project failure teach us, and what are the 5 project management lessons from experts? If you like this content, please like and subscribe. On my website, projectmanageriq.com, you can get the free templates for your project management needs as well as training based on my 544-page book, Project Management for Managers, Program and Project Portfolio Management in Banking, translated into 9 languages and counting. Please see the details below in the description and where to buy my book and what's the best program and project management software (PPM).